Hi, my name is Lisa Grace, and I'm going to talk to you today about childhood obesity. It has truly become an epidemic in the United States. In our country, it's amazing to know that we have, I guess what we consider to be prosperity, maybe more than any other country in the world. However, some of that prosperity also allows us to overconsume. Now, it's a shock, at least I was shocked to find out, that this generation, the current generation that my children and your children are in, are not the healthiest. Even though we have so many advantages, this generation is actually the unhealthiest generation ever recorded in American history. Now, that's absolutely ridiculous. We have many things at our hands and resources to help us to be able to combat that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The time is now for action to make sure that we take care of our children, because unhealthy children will only turn into unhealthy adults. We all know that the extra weight does not simply fall off by itself, and doesn't just fall off because we go from being children to being adults. So, today we're going to talk about what's causing the obesity epidemic, what we can do about it, how parents and children can work together, and how to empower our children to make sure that they know that they have got to be a part of the solution. We want to pass along to them the knowledge so that they can take it into their own hands and be healthy for a lifetime. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about are the things that are causing it. Some of the things that are causing it, number one, is that our children are being raised by television. On average, children watch an average of 34 hours per week of television. This is not per household, this is per child. 34 hours. I know it doesn't seem like they do, but they do. And then also, there's the video games. Our kids are playing 2 to 3 hours a day of video games. With all this time in video games and television, there's no wonder that they're not outside moving around. Even First Lady Michelle Obama has made it her platform to combat childhood obesity. It has become that serious. Because childhood obesity not only impacts the child for right now, it does impact them for a lifetime. It turns into all sorts of other problems. Children are being ostracized. They're also being bullied, which is certainly on the rise in this country. And they also end up with a host of other health problems, such as even diabetes. And you wouldn't expect to see that in children, but that's on the rise too. One of the other things that we need to talk about, certainly, is how do we get started? Some parents say that they don't know where to begin. Well, we always say begin at the beginning. The first thing to do is to get some help. You can always go to your pediatrician. I think that's the first line of defense. Your children need to get regular physical exams. Once they get a physical exam, their doctor can tell them what a good, healthy weight range is for that particular child. And they can start from there to get some of the resources that they have. For example, an excellent would be to visit a nutritionist. A nutritionist can give you the proper diet for your particular child and can help you along the way. They help you to start to understand all of the regulations that the government sets for what we should be eating, and keeping the fats down, and the whole grains high, and the fruits and the vegetables. That's the first thing. The second thing, of course, is to get moving. Our children generally will always watch what we do more than what we tell them. I know that's true for my own children. So I can't tell them to do it if I'm not going to get out and participate myself. I know how hard it is myself, being overweight, to take that off. But it gives me the best excuse in the world, the love for my children. So in helping them, in turn, they're actually helping me. I know how tough it is, so I've made a commitment also to my own children that I never want them to be overweight. So we get out and we make it family time. We make it fun. We don't turn it into trudging exercise. We make it a fun family thing. The other thing to do is to empower your children. When we empower our children and involve them in the process, then it doesn't seem so much like a chore. If you have children who are curious and come into the kitchen, let them come in and start teaching them how to prepare things. Let them come in and start learning how to make things that they can have on the go. It doesn't always require an adult to have it for them. For example, to have carrots and celery sticks in small bags that they can just grab, toss into their backpack, and go, instead of a bag of chips or a donut or some cookies. You'll also get children to help to make dinner and give them a list of choices. You can set out all of the healthy things, and then from that healthy group, let them pick out what it is that they would like to eat. It gives them a choice so they don't feel like that it's being shoved at them or shoved down their throats. The end result will be that you will end up having healthy children, and you will set them on the road to being healthy for a lifetime. So in conclusion, we've learned today that we have to help our children have a proper diet. We also need to get them out and get moving, and we need to do it too, to make it a fun family activity. And we also need to empower them by getting them involved in the process so that they eventually can learn how to do it for themselves.